SplatterHouse, a retake of an old arcade classic game coming to a 360. Does it live up to its old name, or is it just an attempt to the fail? Storyline is, like the original arcade, the story is lacking in depth and clarity. You take control of Rick, who is a skinny rocker kid who visits an old mansion owned by a crazy scientist who kidnaps your girlfriend Jen. You must rescue her with the help of the Mask of Terror. This is about as deep as the story goes. The Mask of Terror attempts to unravel some mystery behind the kidnapping, but it comes off as a second thought and really doesn't stick as you play. The weak story doesn't add to the game at all. It only succeeds in making gameplay slower and the breaks it takes to share its information. It would have been better without it. The only good part of the Mask of Terror is the fact that it's voiced by the same man who is Pete from the Mickey Mouse cartoons. He adds charm and humor and demented voices that follow your actions and scenes. It's a great addition to the poor story. Looks. Game in all its bloody, gory mess and disgusting. That's about the appeal to SplatterHouse. The gooey sounds, the endless amounts of blood, and the nasty kills makes this game hard for the squeamish to watch. Unfortunately, this is about as good as it gets. Poor level designs combined and the rehashing of the same enemies every level can really bore the player and makes it seem like one fight drags into the next. The semantic sequences are okay and nothing too special. The music, which is nothing but screaming heavy metal, is a second thought since it all sounds the same after an hour of gameplay. Truly, this gameplay is to shock audience with gore and it succeeds. Gameplay. As seen in third person, button mashing, buying new weapons, and quick time event finishers. You played the game before, the fight feels sluggish and the controls are stiff and sometimes downright bad. When entering into the 2D scenes to give a little throwback to the classic game. As you can see, he is performing the finisher moves. That is one of the big finisher moves on one of the bosses. Now here's where the weapons come in place. This is the club. This is just what the game means by it. Literally means button mashing. All you have to do is hit the X button and it just swings and kills everything in its path. Blood, gore, everything. Splatter on the wall. Now, as you go to the 2D scenes, although this is a nice change, it wasn't done enough, and when done, the controls and the boring scenery makes them just a waste of space. The fighting is all the same after the first few stages. It doesn't seem to change, despite buying power-ups. The ability to charge up power attacks is a nice feature, and this could get annoying to have to hold down the button continuously to do the best damage. It's repetitive and boring. Even if you like this kind of thing, it's still boring. Now the pros of this con, as you're about to see after this, is the game comes with the classic games. If you like blood and guts, it's nice to look at. The Mask of Terror is the treat to listen to. Cons of the game gets boring after about 2 hours, and the enemies are repetitive, levels are uneventful, and controls are bad. The score of this game is a 2 out of 5. Was the worst. Now here is SplatterHouse 1. The very first original game from back in the day. As you can see, it's just the same button mashing. Then as you get into SplatterHouse 2, it yet is the same thing. You move forward and you kill everything that is in front of you. Just hitting the X button. That's all you have to do is button mash, button mash, button mash. And here there's a little difference in SplatterHouse 3. You can move up and down and stuff, and you can go into rooms. You go up and down, and here you're fighting some guys, you knock them down, oh, they come back up just like any other fighter game. This one is a more real feel compared to the new SplatterHouse. And these things you pick up is your power for when you go into the rage mode, which is about to happen right now. That is it. Thank you for nice little review for SplatterHouse. Hope you enjoy it. I certainly did enjoy it.